Several studies have shown how gardening affects your health, and there's only one conclusion, that gardening is incredibly good for you. As we celebrate National Garden Day today, we chat to Gundula Deutschlande, a master gardener at Babylonstoren. She joins us now on Zoom to tell us about some benefits of gardening. Gundula, a very good morning to you. A warm welcome to Morning Live. Talk to us about World Garden Day. I mean, what do we know about this day?
We've been having National Garden Day now for 7 years, and it's been growing phenomenally. I think particularly this appreciation amongst the youth, who actually are realizing that they belong to this wonderful natural world, and the amount of community gardens that have been popping up is remarkable. And it's young men as young as 18 that are actually inspiring their neighbors and friends to help them with gardening. It's, for me, beautiful to see the growth.
Yeah. And I mean, how is gardening good for one's health?
It's very grounding. And as you said, anti-anxiety. It immediately makes you feel that you're part of a much bigger picture. It allows you to grow with the cycles. You seriously grow as your garden grows. And there's this remarkable joy that comes from nature giving you back rewards in return for the little effort that you give. If you haven't tried it, you actually wouldn't understand it. So I really encourage people to go out there. And those who do gardening, it's just, today is the day that we can give thanks and share this joy with all our friends and family.
Yeah. For somebody who doesn't even know where to start, where's the begin point for them?
Soil, what kind of soil you have, and how do you adjust your soil to make sure you plant the things that you love. And then obviously space, but it can be as small as just a few pot plants on a balcony. That's already a garden. This interaction with nature starts from picking a bunch of flowers and having it in your house, as well as just enjoying your surroundings and appreciating the land that we have around us, and allowing plants and nature to flourish there.
How much do we know, though, that's out there about gardening and how accessible it is and how easy it is to start a garden?
Well, I think in South Africa, we have pretty much a connection with our land. I mean, many people have always been planting things in the backyards, but we've lost for a time. And now, I think during lockdown, there was seriously a difference, people going back. And with prices of food increasing, that's how we're seeing community gardens really coming up to the fore. I mean, there are now gardens popping up in Alstrofi, District 6, up in Joburg, quite a few, Orange Farm. And I think it is actually super simple. It's going back to the basics of what it is to be human and living on our planet. And I think if people are really keen in finding out more, there's also a Garden Day website, gardenday.co.za, that also gives you tips of where to connect, how to connect. People will be seeing other gardeners now on Instagram kind of sharing their flower crown, because that's the symbol of Garden Day. And I've seen how many gardeners I've been able to connect with just because of Garden Day. I work in a massive, beautiful public garden. But to connect with gardeners just down in the township on my way to work, and other gardeners around, today has been a platform where we can connect with other gardeners, which is lovely.
I want to talk about that crown that you have on your head. Tell us a little bit about that, and what is that made out of?
I just made it this morning quickly because I just get into this early morning feeling. So I've got some Nooienshaar, which is a parasitic dodder plant that grows in the fynbos here. I pulled some of that as I walked the dogs this morning. And there's this gorgeous rose that I actually took a cutting on the farm where my housekeeper, she lives, and it's a very strong rose. It doesn't need any watering at all. And it has the most sublime perfume. And that's what's so special. You pick a few things, but it's multi-sensory. And I think that's the joy of gardening. You get lost in these wonderful textures and smells and experiences and the birds around. It's not just about a plant itself. It's about having the symbol of the plant and this whole wonderful environment that it attracts. It's so enriching.
I mean, now that it's so hot in Johannesburg, and we're expecting temperatures to even be worse, what's the best way to start, and how does temperatures such as these affect gardening and plants?
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm also worried. We're going to have a drought in the Cape too. I can just feel it. So to keep the small amount of water that we can give our gardens in the soil where the plants are, it's very good to make your own compost or to add compost and then have a layer of mulch on top. So anything that can be like a little blanket on top of the soil will mean that it doesn't evaporate so fast and allows the water that does come to actually stay in the ground, go to the plants where they are. So as soon as you also cover your soil with plants and a mulch layer, then there's opportunity for growth. As soon as you keep cleaning things away, then you don't have that natural environment where the moisture is retained. So the bit of grey water that we have, use it for the plants that you love because they will enjoy it and flourish. The more hotter it gets, the more we realize how much we need trees. They're the lungs of our planet. So our additions of gardening really makes a difference in the big scale of things. So it's really vital that we actually try and keep things alive because they will keep us alive.
Yeah. Which flowers would you say are the easiest, less fussy to grow, and, you'll get results sooner than the other ones?
Yeah. So we live in a very big country and we have such diverse climates. So different areas will need different things. I must say daisies are super easy because they make easy cuttings and they flower along. In the Cape, you'd rather want something like a feigie, a succulent plant. So, and Natal, things just grow there pretty easily, right?
Yeah.
They don't seem to have trouble.
Yeah, no stress there.
At the moment, in Joburg, you've got clivias that flower without needing water. It's remarkable. The clivia is flowering now. For me, it's our symbol of spring in South Africa. It grows over a wide range. It can be a pot plant. It's got those wonderful orange trumpets. For me, it sounds like jazz when they're flowering. And the sunbirds love to drink the nectar. So that's a plant that needs almost no care, hardly any water, very simple, shade loving as well. So if you don't have sun, if you're living with a lot of buildings around you, just perfect.
Yeah. Now, as we celebrate National Garden Day, what's the message to all flower lovers and plant lovers?
Yeah. Make a crown.
Yeah.
Invite your neighbors or your friends. Pick some mint leaves from the garden and make a nice iced tea. Braai. Get some rosemary from the garden. Sprinkle it on your braai chops. It's really, gardeners have been working so much all year. So this is the day that you can put down the tools and actually enjoy it and share it with your friends. And those that perhaps don't have gardens themselves, go and support those community gardens. There are quite a few open actually today around Joburg, in Cape Town at District 6. In the mornings, go buy the fruit and vegetables they've been producing and make a picnic at home. It's so simple, but it just brings so much pleasure.
All right, Gundula, thank you so much. Happy National Garden Day. Thank you so much for talking to us. Gundula Deutschlande, Master Gardener at Babylonstoren, sharing with us benefits of gardening as we celebrate National Gardening Day today.